not too long ago, I just semi-retired back in December. I just said, you know, to heck with it, I'm done. So now I've got a lot of extra free time that we've been doing in consulting shops. Me and my wife has. We've been doing a pretty good job at it. So today is one of those things where it's kind of a treat, but also it's going to be one of those really touchy things where it's going to take some time to talk about the different things and different aspects of learning how to do upsells and what's the benefits to your customers and those types of things. Well, today, I've already done this one time. If you see the picture when you first come in, it was a B&G service cleaner for flushing engines. Well, I ended up running across this stuff when I started doing some research, because if any of you guys know these 5 liters and 3.5s and so on and so forth, this is actually a 5 liter today. It ain't the 3.5, so maybe there's some parts available, but the 3.5 EcoBoost, I just can't say enough about servicing your engine properly. I just can't, because these engines right here, like this one right here, is probably $7,000-8,000 from Ford. I haven't priced it, but I just about assume that that's going to be an expensive repair. You could get up to $12,000 quick installing one of these things. So the point of it is maintenance and upkeep, okay? And when you being basically the person in charge in your repair shop, you've got to find benefits that benefit your customers, that keep them coming in over and over and over again. I can't stress that enough. But at the same time, you don't want to be out there, you know, jumping hoops to try to find services that's really not even any good. I'll be completely honest with you. Many years ago, when B&G first hit the scene, I used to use it all the time and thought it did a wonderful job until I actually did an induction service on one, and I knew how bad it was before I got in there, and I went in there, it looked like nothing changed, so I quit using them. So then I started back using them when I did I've got some videos out on my YouTube channel where I actually did some injector balance tests before and after. And the stuff works. It works really good. So it's a good benefit to my customer. I also talk to my customer about it. Say, hey, I'd like to know what your fuel mileage is, increasing or decreasing. Every single one of them says my fuel mileage is decreasing. I'm doing much better on the highway. It seems to run just excellent. So I started back with BG products. And no, I'm not getting paid anything from BG products at all on this. I'm just trying to sit out here and say, hey, shops, this is a benefit to your customer. This is an upsell. This can generate you a certain amount of money during the year if it's something you guys want to do. And I think it's a real good thing to do, especially when you get in these really expensive engines, timing chains, guides, phasers, hydraulic tensioners. I don't know about y'all, but I just assume that they'd be putting spark plugs in or doing a cooling system service or flushing brakes versus sitting and bending over in these engines, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, doing repairs that really kind of are unnecessary if it's taken care of. And I'll go back to the point of quick lubes. I hate quick lubes. I don't know what's in their tanks out there, and they're using real systems, and they're using cheap oil filters. And I think some of them are using lesser grade oils, and that's just my opinion. And because some of my customers, before we got a hold to them, we religiously do service on them, less than 5,000 miles, tire rotation, complete vehicle inspections. And it was always a good thing to put a bulb in, whatever the customer needed at that time to take care of, just do it. And that was it, pretty much. So with that being said, I'm going to show y'all some things, and we're going to do this kind of a live thing. So I've got this 2017 Ford F-150 with a P0022 code. When you drive this thing about 45 minutes, now let me back up, there is absolutely zero noise in this engine when you start it up. It can sit here, it actually sat here for 3 days, and I started up and has zero chain noise, nothing. You can pull the oil cap off, you can look in there, you can't really see anything, but I'll give you a little tip. Check this out. If y'all can see the crap on this dipstick, it's in the left-hand valve cover. It's got a little tab right here. It's towards the top. If you push that tab in and twist this thing counterclockwise and pull it out, and you see this, then that's where you need to start. So the customer did change this oil 3 or 4 times, what I was told, because he kind of felt like that's what was going on. And yep, it is. Now, here is the valve cover right here. I'm going to show you the inside of the engine in just a minute, but this is the inside of the valve cover. Looking through the camera, it really doesn't look that super bad, but it is, trust me. Now, the only thing that I have done to this valve cover at all is just put a new gasket on it and put the seals in the center of it. Now, I'm going to try to grab this camera and let y'all take a look at this engine. Now, we're going to put this valve cover back on this engine, and we're going to run this service kit right here, this V&G service kit. We're going to run it through here per instructions. Now, the biggest thing about this is you have to monitor the engine oil pressure. You have to monitor it religiously. Some of the scanners and stuff you have out there, you can actually put a tone on there. If you have to walk away or anything, it'll make a tone, and you can set it up for a trigger, which would be a good thing to do if you are doing one of these things right here, in case you are extremely busy and you're running around. You really don't want to cook an engine. So let's get this over here, see if I can get y'all to take a look. I'm just going to take this whole tripod off. Let me turn off that AI deal right there. Let me take this out, and y'all take a look. Y'all take a look at that real good. Look at the sludge on top of those VVTs solenoids. I mean, it's just, there's chunks in there, guys. And when I say there's chunks in there, there is chunks in there. So all I did is wipe the surface down on there, and that's all I've done to it. I probably will end up, because I want to see how good the product is. And that's what this is all about today, is seeing how well the product is and if it's a decent product. So we're going to put the valve cover on here today. So I get my stuff set up right. Sorry for all this thing, but I don't have, you know, people come out here and do my video and for me. Maybe one day I will. But we're going to pop this valve cover back on here, which is really not a really bad job, but I'll be honest with you, this valve cover was stuck. And when I say it was stuck, it was stuck. So let me turn this thing on over here. Make sure that thing is on, because I don't want my camera to die. Because like I said, this is going to be a long process, and it's about the possibility the camera will die. And if I have to make another video, then I'll have to make another video. But these cameras right here are funny. I got it set up to run if it gets hot, and it has cut off on me in the middle of videoing. So let me turn this AI back on so y'all can keep up with me. All right, we're going to take this valve cover, and we're going to get this thing over in here. One of the things I got to do, I'm going to try to do it without it. Well, I'm going to have to take my mic off. So if y'all hear me fussing, y'all just have to hear me fussing. I don't want to break my mic. Things are expensive. And doing these videos really takes a lot of prep time to get started. I'll tell you one thing I am going to do. Like, I'm going to do it just like I'm going to do it just like I am just doing valve covers. Uh-oh. Dadgummit. I hate that. I squirt my little tube out all the time, and looks like this thing got stuck. It went way up in there. See if I can get this out. If not, I'll cut it. And I ain't getting enough out of it, boys and girls, so it looks like I'm just going to cut it. So you do have to run this engine at 3,000 RPMs, and you do have to run the diesels at, guess what? 1,000 RPMs. So the benefit of this is I'm hoping it'll turn out good for me. I do have to. I diagnosed this as a VVT problem, because when I actually did, after driving 45 minutes to get this thing to operate under the conditions the customer was talking about, and I activated that VVT solenoid, it did not move. The engine just kept doing the same thing. So I had a feeling I was either having a phaser issue or VVT, and I did check the resistance on it, and it was way higher than it should have been. But it don't act up until you run that thing about 45 minutes. So we're going to try, when we take it apart the second time, we're just going to put our new VVTs in there. So this is a real world test. I just want to personally see. I've already seen the videos, other people doing it, but you know how sometimes cameras can be tricky. And I just want to see personally for myself, because I don't know if somebody else did the videos and tampered with them a little bit or what have you. But I want to know personally for my own self. And that was way too much in there, but it ain't going to stay on there very long. Push it back out again. So if all this goes well at the very end of this, and this thing is as clean as the videos that I have actually seen on there, then guess what? I'll be up selling this stuff all the time to my customers, all the time. I'll get them to do it at least once every 2 years or less. And I got a piece of a rag in here. Don't you just hate that? You just hate them dadgum rags. Now this video will be edited and put up on my YouTube channel too, but I wanted to do a live today with you guys. For those of you who want to stick around and go, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And it's got this thing on here to keep the heat off the valve cover, and it's just, I done tore it. This valve cover was way stuck. These little seals in the center here, Lord have mercy, they were just horrible. Let me find, we'll use this stuff right here, which is good. All right, don't want to hear no jokes. What about Vaseline? I know all y'all mechanics, if you're a mechanic, you got to have some Vaseline in your toolbox, and it ain't for the things that y'all thinking about now. Come on. So we'll put all this in here. We're going to drain the oil in this thing too. Now I got two of I'll tell you one thing, that one of the little tricks that I do, which I haven't done it on this 5 liter, but I'll leave these 2 seals out for the VVT and put them in last because of the way the valve cover goes in. But that's just me, because I've had problems with the 3.0. Uh-oh, I can't put that in there. So on this tube back here, how bad I was telling you they were stuck? Yeah, they were stuck. Look at this. I broke that ring off right there off that old seal. That's how hard these things were. They didn't leak though. And we're gonna wipe these off. All right, let's get this valve cover put on there. That looks pretty good. Let's start tightening this thing down. Now the whole purpose of this is for me, myself personally, to know how well this B&G service works. I don't care about everybody else's test and what they show. I want to see for myself. Wouldn't y'all agree on that? That one little bolt, that makes me mad right there. That's aggravating. Way back here in the very back. Get that harness out of the way. Get that out of there. Alright, main thing, like I said, we don't want no leaks. I'll blow it out real good. Maybe even buy a new one. If this fixes the problem. That's all I wanted to do. Now let me show y'all this right here, the dipstick. Check it out. I'm just going to wipe it with a rag. You can see this. Look at this. Look at that nasty stuff. Look at that. It takes you just a few minutes to pull that dipstick out, and if it looks anything like that, then your customer has some problems. Then if this works out and it's a good selling feature for your repair facility, then guess what? You need to sell it. You need to keep your customer in the road. You don't need to be over there breaking your damn back every day of the week, right? No, you don't. Oh, we got a caller. Big Nick, what's up, dude? Glad you're here. But these right here, simply be careful with them. I had to get my camera out to find this lock right here on the side, right there. Is you just push it in. Once you push it in, it don't take a whole lot to push it in, then you get it out. I'll probably have problems getting the daggum thing out after I get it put back in here. But it's just like the y'all know the twist-on oil filters, right? Oh, I tell you what, the thing on the end of that, which I did not show you, I used my ease out. I put my ease out in that thing because I really didn't want to use a pair of pliers on it because I didn't know how hard it was going to be to get out of there. So I just used my ease out on there, and it just came right out. So now it's stuck, of course, and I'm gonna get it out of here. And we're gonna go back the opposite direction and pull it out there. I used my ease out, and I stuck it down in the hole and just twisted it slowly. Came right on out. That's a little trick you could use instead of using a pair of pliers and breaking it. Because I don't know how many of y'all have worked on Volkswagens, but I've worked on a ton of Volkswagens. And if y'all don't grab those oil sticks on those Volkswagens and twist them just like they done put on these trucks and twist it some, you know what's going to happen? You're going to break the freaking thing. Ask me how I know. I know this. I know this 100%. All right. We're fixing to drain the oil. We're going to put the air filter on here. We're going to plug up the VVT solenoids here. Get our harness over there. Make sure that's plugged up. No trash in there. This valve cover was stuck so bad, I may have broke one of those VVT solenoids. But I really don't care as long as it functions for me and works. It should. Because I really don't want to take it apart and knock all that gunk down in there. You know what I mean? And fool with that bird. Let's see. Get my oil drain dipstick. See, I usually know where I keep my stuff. Just like that coil, it must have failed. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it failed. That's one of the mechanics' lies. Oh, it wasn't there a while ago. It failed. Mechanics' lies. It's like that fishing story, right? Big old fish, this big. When you're telling it's that big. That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. Oh, another thing, Harbor Freight, $2.99. Now I don't know how much they are now, but a year or two ago I bought a ton of those. They're moving blankets. I like them. They're thick. They're heavy duty. They work really well, and they protect your customers' cars too. What do I do with now that I don't know what I did with my voltmeter because I just found my lead. All right, so let's get our this table right here. This is a really cool table. I bought this thing at Tractors. I'm at Home Depot. Man, that thing right there is nice. Say you got a transmission slide off truck, that thing come up to the tailgate, boys and girls. I'm telling you, some good stuff out there. And it don't have to say Snap-on. Although I love Snap-on, I really do. I kept the man in business for years. Put that on there. Put your piping on here. We're gonna put it together like it's supposed to be. Put a pipe down in there. This one uses a map sensor, so that's a good thing. No mass airflow. Put this on here like so. Like so. Let's get that. This shouldn't take a whole long time. We just got to do services twice. And at the final end, I've got to go over there first, and after I get the oil changed, and there's a fuel injection service kit or service can that goes into. I need to look at my lift, and that goes in the fuel tank. Because tell me what happens when you spray fuel into a cylinder. Some of it gets by the rings, right? Well, hopefully that's got some cleaner air for the rings and also for the oil. For y'all that can't see that, here it is right here. This is what the filters we're going to be using today. That's what we're going to be using. All right. Get over here. Okay, the very first thing they want you to do is they want you to pour this can of BG44. I think it's 44. So I buy the service packs. I have these service packs over here that I purchased. You got two different kinds. you got, I'm going to show you. Okay. They have a 4-pack. This is for GDI. You know, like the Volkswagens and some of the Kias and anything that has direct injected on it, that's for them. This right here is what we're going to pour in here. This actually comes in a kit too for just regular gasoline engines. And my AI is crooked because it keeps loosening my cup. But anyway, VG gasoline engines. Dude, I'm right here. Maybe I should put it up here. Because I'm using this cool little thing that's a Tesla. You put it on your camera iPod and it follows your facial structure. I think it likes this thing right here. Yeah, that's what it likes. Whatever gets in its way, it looks like a face. But that, and of course, this right here, this 4-pack service right here too. There's some good stuff, guys. I'm telling you. If you look through some of my videos on YouTube and find where I've done some testing on GMs. On GM testing, you can actually use a PID to go in and you can do the injector drop. And you'll see the before and after results on those. I promise you, you'll be like, man, that's some upselling stuff. My customer ain't never gonna come back and see me. I ain't putting nothing in their car. They won't come back and see me at all. Guys, you don't need to think like that. You need to keep them in the road as long as possible. You know why? They'll love you when they don't see you that much. I promise you. They'll love the mess out of you when they don't see you that much. That's the whole point of it. They don't want to see you. You're like an attorney. They don't want to see an attorney. They don't. They don't want to see an attorney and they don't want to see a doctor. So guess what? 6A. Let this thing down. Now, a moment of truth is coming. If y'all want to go take a break, take a break because I got to read the instructions there. I can't remember how many minutes it is, but I'm going to have to crank the engine up on this thing to 3,000 RPM and let it Cadillac. The very next thing I do after I pour that stuff in is I'm going to pour the stuff in the fuel tank and then I'm going to hook up my scanner. Y'all want to use the Ford? I probably Ford stuff. I can't get my Ford stuff because my Ford stuff's on my, I swapped them. Okay, so they're on the other ones. You know, that's a good thing. Okay, so let's get to the instructions. First, it says install this premium VG44. We're gonna put, you know what? I am it cleaner to make. And I honestly thank Bill Meyer for answering my phone call on a Saturday. He did not have to do that. He don't work on Saturday, but I buy a lot of stuff from him. And I do honestly appreciate that, especially in a time of need, which I'm almost positive this is going to be fine. I'll be a quart and 1 3/4 quart shy, and that's fine. If I run into any issues, I will take and pour in a quart and go from there next. So that's in there. We get our stuff here. So our cleaner's in the tank. Our BG service is in the for engine service cleaner is inside the engine. And my bucket. Oh. That's my transmission build table that I used to use all the time. And I don't build transmissions that much anymore. I do specialty ones, you know, older ones and stuff like that, but I really don't want to do it. It's just too much time involved. I don't know if any of y'all have ever built a transmission. Man, it departs inside those things. Okay. Allow engine to run in neutral. 3,000 RPMs. Gas engine, 1,000. That's the gas engine, 3,000 RPMs, and a diesel engine, 1,000 RPMs for 45 minutes. So we got to set a 45-minute timer. It's going to be a live feed all day long. Let's get started. If y'all really and truly want to see the end result, it's probably a 2-hour process. It's going to take me 15 minutes or so to take the valve cover off after that. So let's get started. And then after that, it says monitor the engine oil pressure procedure. If the engine oil pressure seems to drop, check the oil sump for suction tube for obstruction. That is in black letters right there. See if I can find it. Black letters right there. Get over here. Come over here. Like talking to my child. Right there. Big black letters. Monitor the oil pressure. So I'm going to turn the key on, set up my scanner before I even crank this thing up. My wife's leaving now. Probably mad at me. I don't care. Oh, man needs something. He needs something, right? All right, y'all give me just a minute. All right, we got 90 pounds of oil pressure. 87, 88. Gonna take a look, make sure we don't have any leaks or anything. I don't see nothing leaking out of the valve cover. I finally am starting to hear some chain noise. Something that was never there before. Okay, so. All right, guys, we got 12 minutes before we do the rinse on this thing. 12 minutes. Oil pressure's holding steady at 58 right now. Actually 58 to 60, back and forth. So let's tighten this oil drain plug up. Pour the cleaner in there. This is the last round, boys and girls. And we ain't gonna worry about the drips right now. We'll worry about all the drips and all that other stuff after we're finally completing this stuff. Ooh. Ooh, whoa, whoa. I gotta go empty this thing. Golly. Smoking, smoking, smoking hot. So I gotta empty that thing. My oil filter's tight. And we're gonna let it down. Next action. I told you in here. Looks like kerosene is solid white. I bet you $100 it's probably got kerosene in it because I don't know how old these engines and stuff right here, when they get sludged up, people used to run kerosene through them. Me personally, I did the same thing, and I've also used transmission fluid too. And let them idle for 45 minutes to an hour. I have done that. And I have used Marvel Mystery Oil. Not to fill up the whole crankcase with it, though, because I didn't know what the results would be. And I'll tell you another thing that I did before. We had an old junk car come in. The guy didn't want to spend any money on it. He literally gave me the car. Might have been a 3-liter in a Buick or something like that. Makes me think that. We took that thing, and all the mechanics, I had like 6 or 7 mechanics. We were all sitting there debating oils. And I told him, I said, this is back in the 90s now. And I told him, I said, one day, I said, damn engine oil is going to be the same damn thickness, literally, as transmission fluid. I said, matter of fact, I got it. We'll go fill that car up out there with damn transmission fluid and try to blow it up. We did that. Guess what? We didn't blow it up. All right, guys, this is the rinse that's going in. And let me grab this jug over here. These seem like some pretty handy jugs to keep if you want to put some waste or something in them, or put it in your camper, or have some extra stuff for the road. This was the engine cleaner. So we done put our second filter on there. Set me a 42-minute timer. All right, guys. We got 42 minutes. Couldn't see that. We got 42 minutes, and then we're going to take the valve cover off of it. I honestly just want to get in the valve and run my battery down and I'll lose the sound. So if this damn thing gets to blow up, y'all get to watch it blow up live. Now we wait. All right, so time is up. I just found out it's a rock bottom minimum of 15. I didn't say hot, whatever 1,000 RPMs. Let me hook my other thing up while we're discussing this, and we're going to pull the valve cover off of this vehicle, and we're going to see what happens. I'm going to change mics, if y'all don't mind, so y'all can hear me a little bit better, maybe. That's on. Plug this in. I think my wife just called me. Might just left me a message anyway. All right, so, for you guys that's just now tuning in, we're doing an oil dynamic test with BG products. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Look how clean that is. Wow is all I got to say. I am freaking impressed. Holy freaking Tito's. There is only a tiny couple of spots that's in a small hole. Wow. You should see this thing. And I'm going to show it to you because, oh man, I think this is going to take care of all his problems. I can't believe it, guys. Wow, 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 wow. Let me take this thing off here and get it down here and show y'all the end results that we all been waiting for. Let me turn this thing off so it won't be turning in my hand. Wow, check it out. Well, come on now. Look at this. I am just blown away. I mean, I am literally blown away. I cannot believe it. Wow. I mean, guys, there was chunks of this stuff in there. Wow. That is unbelievable. These are almost spotless. Just got some that's cooked on there. Oh, wow. Look how shiny it got it. That's tight. No looseness in the chain there. Wow, guys, this is really amazing. Guys, I'm telling you, technology has come a long ways from the years that I've been in this stuff. Let me get my camera in there. This is freaking unbelievable. BG, my hat's off to you guys and your engineers. All I can say is the stuff that's out there nowadays doesn't even come close to comparing to this stuff. Now, I'm going to raise it up in the air. I'm going to drain the oil out of it. I'm going to take a few more minutes, and we're going to try to take a camera and look up into the area of where the pickup tube is and see if, by chance, there's any around the pickup tube itself, which that's going to take a little bit of time. I'm not going to sit here the rest of the day with you guys and put all this stuff together for you. You basically seen the end results on this thing. Let me get my camera straight here. Y'all have seen the end results of this stuff. I'm just blown away. I think that is an A+1111 to service your customers' cars. Get them before they start tearing up. And I'm ecstatic. I can't believe it. I'm telling you, there was chunks in there. If y'all could physically be here, y'all would be like, no way. And the videos that I saw with the test already with this dynamic engine cleaner, this stuff right here. We got the engine cleaner. Come over here. We got the engine cleaner. And then we got the engine oil rinse right here. Wow. So now we will finish up the oil change. And we will be adding this advanced formula stuff right here. My AI is wanting to act stupid. I think the battery's getting low in it, but that's okay. My purpose is served today. This is pretty much the end of this video. The thing that I can tell you the most crucial is the engine coolant temperature sensor. The engine temperature. It's really nice to be outside if you could run this thing that long, because it does get hot in some repair shops, or put a big fan in front of it. I'm here by myself in my shop, and I got this really big door, so I had a lot of air pulling through here. Keep the temperatures down, and also monitor your engine oil pressure. Now, during this whole course of time, watching this engine oil pressure fluctuate like it was, that was scaring the dog mess out of me. And then I started hearing some chain rattling, but it happened on the other one, but the oil pressure didn't fluctuate as bad. Now, there's still a possibility I may not see anything up in there into the pickup tube or screen area. I would love to. And I'm just going to let the oil drain a while and check it out. And I hope this has been informative. So it's all about taking care of the customers and giving them a service that actually works. And B&G, my hat's off to you. Y'all did extremely well, and I appreciate that. And I'm going to end this broadcast today by saying peace, love, happiness. Get out and vote. find the people that you want to put in office that really tailor to your needs, and that's God, guns, and country. Take care, guys. I'm going to end the broadcast right now.